For sure, remaking or remastering provides a little bit boost. But with the PS3, some of those games aren't even playable on the PS5.
Now, Gamester, he's quite biased in this community, so he decided to replace himself with me. My name is Pony Star. How's everybody doing? He was telling me that this is going to be quite an easy video for me, since, you know, he liked to bleed green, and this dude is Team PlayStation. So I should have no problem making this video for y'all, man. He told me he got tired of all the fanboy antics going on, so he allowed Pony Star to come in and chime in this PlayStation-centric video. So I would like to see what Puertorock got to say about this, shall we?
Just can't play it, right?
What you mean you can't play no PlayStation 3 games? I can play them on my phone, man. We got to stream it, man. You know that. You got to subscribe to Premium. What is you talking about? You can't play no PS3 game, man? You better retract that statement right now, buddy.
Remaking or remastering provides a little bit boost. But with the PS3, some of those games aren't even playable.
What you mean they ain't playable? I was playing them last week through my subscription service. Man, you know, I'm starting to not like this, man. You starting to have that kid smooth treatment going on in this community. You don't want to know what side you on. That's what it is. The Switch 2 got you messed up, brother. It seems like you trying to abandon ship now.
PS5, you just can't play it. Right?
What you mean? I played them last week.
Even if you can, let's say if you can, I don't think people remember, like, the PS3 era of terms and games of performance let me put it this way. If you're enjoying the PS5, especially the PS5 Pro,
I know I am.
When you replay those games as they are, they're pretty bad. They did not age
what?
Right?
Bro, they ain't a damn thing that PlayStation do is bad. What you talking about? The VR2 was successful, even if it ain't backwards compatible. The PlayStation Portal better than the Steam Deck, as well as the Nintendo Switch. What is you talking about, man? You supposed to be PlayStation. That's what you supposed to be. You out here bashing my brain. I'm sick and tired of people like you, man. Gamester told me that this was going to be an easy video for me, but no, you don't want to go down this angle, huh?
PS3, at best, a lot of those games lock 30, if it is lock 30, and maybe 720p.
But they made by Sony, though.
Right? So Oblivion, we'll use Oblivion example.
Oh, no, don't talk about these airbag games.
The PS3 version. The PS3 version wasn't even lock 30, and at a much bigger scale, like the gap of improvement will be much bigger compared to a PS4.
Oh, no, Sony. No, Sony is big enough. Sony stuff is going to sit there and tell you that, you know, listen, I do a little pony dust too, but it seemed like you did a little too much. You're hallucinating. You're looking like Chris Tucker in the chicken coop. You don't know what's going on. They gave you the wrong dust. Like, bro, I don't even know, bro. This man, what he's spewing in this community, it's making me uncomfortable.
Sake of, you know, just the trials and tribulations what people go through.
Trial and tribulations.
With the PS3, right? So that's one. You'll see a much bigger benefit and improvement from one game over another because the gap is so huge, right?
We don't need it.
You're looking at Metal Gear Solid 4, right?
What?
If you remember, when you beat one chapter, you had to wait like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You see, like, you know, Snake smoking the cigarettes.
What you talking about? That ain't made by Sony.
It was so slow. It took a while to load into the hard drive and stuff. So they use
you ain't no pony. You ain't nothing but an imitation. You ain't no real pony. You out here talking about Kojima games owned by Konami. You don't know nothing about gaming, do you?
Hard drive to speed it up. But a lot of the textures and graphic capabilities, you had to wait like 2 to 3 minutes between stages to load. And that stage is decided. But that's like what I'm talking about.
What you talking about?
How do we have a Days Gone?
Don't tell me now.
But let me present the question. How do we have a Days Gone remastered and not a Metal Gear Solid 4 remaster?
Because Metal Gear Solid 4 ain't owned by Sony, and I'll take any damn with the PlayStation insignia over any other game you mentioning, brother. You don't know nothing about Sony. I'm going to sit here and tell you we don't need no Metal Gear Solid 4 son of a Patronion. We don't need that crap. We got real exclusives. We got Days Gone. We got Last of Us. We got Last of Us Part 2. You know, we got Destruction All-Stars. We don't need that garbage. I'm talking about real Sony games. I ain't talking about no third-party crap.
I'm sorry, but
with a man smoking on a cigarette.
Metal Gear Solid 4 is a much bigger,
what?
more impactful title
what?
for the PlayStation brand than Days Gone.
I can't believe my pony eyes is out here. I'm about to cry, man. I can't believe he would say this, man. My day is definitely gone after this, man. Out here ruining my horizons. You know, taking this to uncharted territories, man. I feel like I'm the last of us. I'm the last of us. Pony still existing. I can't believe it. You hurting my heart within the stables. I can't even keep my teeth corrected.
It's just the two doesn't compare.
It's all about it don't compare. You're right, because the PlayStation 1 is better.
And one of the big reasons why PS3 was able to survive that generation and actually come back and sell.
No, you lying, man. It was Resistance Fallen Man. It was Walk. It was Uncharted. Those were the games that put PlayStation 3 on the map. How do you not know this, man? You making me, I'm really crying right now. Sony stuff, I can't believe Gamester has played me again. Out here doing videos that he know he gonna lose. He probably saying Gamester with another W. Screw you, man. This be the last time I show up for this trash.
Gear Solid 4 was a big part of that as exclusive.
No, it wasn't.
That should have been like a huge priority, but instead we got Days Gone. Now, of course,
it was little bit Days Gone.
Deals with Konami, and Days Gone is just easier. It's more simple. So Sony went with the simplistic route.
It was not simple. It took a lot for them to put that PS5 Pro label. What is you talking about? Why you bashing my system? I got a grown man system that I stand behind, and I'm backing you out here bashing it. What the hell wrong with you, man? You need to go back to hiding underneath those cabinets, goddamn you stupid little cucaracha. I'm sick and tired of you already. You ain't never been a real PlayStation fan. You probably looking at that Nintendo flag saying, I'm on the jump ship. I'm done with PlayStation. Well, by all means, get off this. We don't need you. Kick them, let them out. You know, he ain't nothing but a sea of thieves, goddamn.
I think the simplistic route doesn't help with the overall, intent of remastering and remaking games, right? Because like I said, Days Gone is split. You got a decent amount of community that's just like, even within PlayStation. I'm not even talking about Xbox or PC, right? Even though this is on PC, whatever. But within the PlayStation community, you have a lot of PlayStation gamers that are like, oh, whatever. This is so useless.
It ain't no whatever. I don't care about your catchphrases. You want to sit there and say it's whatever, like it don't matter to nobody. It matters to me. I bought them upgrades, man. And I'll do it again when The Last of Us Collector Edition come out, so I can put it in my collection. Oh, by Neil Druckmann. Oh, I need my thank you letter.
It was like it, right? But that split. Metal Gear Solid 4 remastering, right? Or remake, right? Whatever's the best decision for the game, majority will be all in on it, because we leave the PS4 a fighting chance to come back. Because that's how I feel the PS3. The PS3's generation ended with games that got people to be like, that's what I'm talking about, Sony. Not this Blu-ray bullshit, not the folding at home, not even the play at home, all this other weird shit, so processor shit. It was the games that should have always been about the work. I think Sony took the easy way, which was
easy way
remaster PS4 because it's much easier, right?
So Sony ain't doing it. Sony don't get to 80 million sales doing it the easy way.
But put in the work.
It seems like you choosing the hard way.
PS3 games,
I'm a warrior.
Or still can reap so much benefits for PlayStation. A lot of gamers want those games, right? It would be a huge improvement on what's there on the PC. Because even if they did do backwards compatibility and they said, hey, we found a way, you want Infamous 1 and 2 to have a full remake, right? Get that 60 frames. Get the better settings, improved animations.
But I want my intergalactics, man. Man, I can't handle this video, man. Hey, yo, bro, you okay, man? What's going on here, man? I just came back. I can't do these videos no more, Gangster. You set me up. That's what you did. You put me on a video that you knew I was gonna fail. You knew it, goddamn it. All right, man. Let me go back to doing my career. You all right? I'm leaving. I'm done. I ain't never come back. Man, what did y'all do to Sony stuff? What happened? I don't understand. Like, I really don't get it. What's happening?
Especially that game had a lot of fixes to a lot of destructions, especially
Oh, hey, let me guess. He's talking about PS3 games, huh?
Sony. If they have this remastering remake strategy, which clearly they do, they need to put in a little bit more work and go after the PS3. PS3 is like the biggest issue with the lack of backup.
Yeah, but ain't nobody gonna play no PS3 games because they didn't even play it on the platform that came out before the PS5, bro. You already know this, man. GameStop, sick and tired of you, man. Bro, ain't you supposed to be leaving? Man, get up out of the door, man. Ain't nobody care about your little ponytails, man. Man, I should have never got this dude to do this video. This dude crying pony stuff. What happened? Bro, Gamester with another W. It is what it is, man. We can sit there, crap, or do whatever the hell y'all people want to do, but at the end of the day, Gamester always comes correct.
It's compatibility.
Oh, here we
go. I think even if say Sony doesn't figure out the PS3 backwards compatibility,
and they will never.
I've seen remasters and remakes of those games and just complete overhaul.
They ain't no money involved in that. That's what you don't understand, man. They're like, bro, there's no money involved, bro. There was no money back then, and there's definitely no money for them right now.
PS3 games of that generation being remastered remake.
Yep, and when they run out of PS3 remasters, they can go to PS2, then PS1, and then what will Sony have for the inevitable future? But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. I know it was very hard for Pony Star to get through this video, considering that Puertorock, he did a full 180 on y'all, Mr. Kid Smooth himself. It is what it is, man. Even ponies are starting to realize that the PlayStation ain't worth a damn. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, take care. God dang you, Gamester!